Welcome to the weekend edition of the King Mo Show. As I sit here eating my Reuben pizza that Amanda told me about, but I forgot about, but then Coach Hank reminded me about it, so I was able to get the pizza from the Hairless Hare. I thought to myself, what would go great with it? What goes with pizza? Beer. It's Dry Ginuary. However, Coach Hank also gave me earlier in the week not one, but two alcohol-free beers. So this is going to bring it all together. We have the Blue Moon Belgian White, non-alcoholic. And we've got the Heineken, non-alcoholic, 0.0. Makes me think of the bumper stickers, the runner, 13.1, 26.2, 5.0, and then the non-runners, they have the 0.0 stickers on their car. Anyways, so I'm going to give both of these a try. I am optimistic because they are both what I would consider higher level beer. It's not like Old Milwaukee Light non-alcoholic. I'd be extremely skeptical of that because that's not good to start off with. Having said that, as I held the Heineken can, and as you can see, the Heineken can, it's tall and skinny, it just didn't feel right. So I kept looking and I kept looking, and finally I found it, 11.2 ounces. They cheated me, actually they cheated Coach Hank out of 0.8 ounces of non-alcoholic beverage. Not happy with that. Feel like he got ripped off and he passed it on to me. Anyways, we're gonna give this a try. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do glasses or not, and at the last minute, I decided to do a glass. It looks exactly what I would expect a Heineken beer to look like. Smells like a Heineken beer. Tastes like a beer. That's what you'd expect a Heineken beer. At least I haven't had a true Heineken. I don't know for how long, or I haven't had a Heineken for a very long time. But this is what I just think of, call it mass market beer on the higher end. So if you were at work and they brought in pizzas for everyone and you're like, dang, I could really go for a beer, that would work. Check with your HR manager, director beforehand, because they might not take kindly to it, and it might open up a whole bunch of problems. All right, let's give the Blue Moon a shot. Here we go. And that's how I would expect the Blue Moon to look. It's a Belgian. I expect it to be a cloudier color, cloudier, orangey. Yep. I think these are both passable for alcohol-free beers. Whew, that was really hard to say. If I was ambitious, I couldn't have done it because I'm still doing Dry Ginuary. I'd do a side-by-side comparison with these, but I think they're both good. I think they're both a little bit less flavorful than the full-on alcohol version. If I was to get something, I probably would go with the Heineken, thinking that, like, I want a beer. I want a very traditional flavored beer to go with my pizza I'm going to go with the Heineken. But I'd be interested in any Blue Moon fans. How do you think that stacks up? Anyways, I'm going to get back to eating my pizza because I am really hungry. Like, share, subscribe. I don't know which one to cheers with. I'll go with the Blue Moon because it's fancier. Like, share, subscribe. Cheers. After I finished my beers, I kept thinking about it. That it seemed really good at first, but it seemed to trail off. And I think it's because the beer is really good when it's first cold, and then maybe not as good. So I'm running an experiment. I've had this beer outside. It's 26 degrees. I'm going to try it. Here we go. First, cracking it open and first sips. Hoping it's not truly frozen. Okay, it's good. Now we're going to check back over time, see how good it is. Temperature was 30 degrees, so also check that. It's been 45 minutes and our temperature is up to 45 degrees. It's still pretty good. It's been an hour and a half and it's at 56 degrees. Still okay. Maybe I should not have left the beer outside to get nice and cold. I mean, it did. It got nice and cold and it was really good. But it's been 2 hours and it just finally has reached about 60 degrees. Not as good as ice cold. But then again, maybe it just follows the natural progression of beer. It's really good cold. And then as it warms up, it's not as good. Maybe I overthunk it and I was giving it a bad rap. Oh well. Heineken NA. Drink it cold. Cheers.